Alright, welcome friends. Here we are again in our beloved November 343 Bravo Whiskey, and we are descending in a beautiful dawn sky into St. Petersburg, Russia. Yes, Pulkovo Airport, ULLI, Uniform Lima Lima, India. In what is a record longest flight yet in the longitude, 6 hours, 5 minutes, 11 seconds. We need to get to work. We're 50 miles from the airport. Let's enter the ILS frequency, or what I think and hope is the ILS frequency, for runway 28 left, Zulu. Okay. Getting reliable information, start slowing down, about ILS frequencies and so forth is really challenging. I mean, you really have to kind of search the internet, and I did manage to find the ILS frequency for runway 28 left Zulu approach via the Gen P1V star. We'll see whether it's accurate or not. I mean, God knows. I have no idea. We took off from Yakutsk just before dawn, Yakutsk time, and we're going to land in St. Petersburg just before dawn, owing to the polar route and so forth. But a beautiful sunrise. I mean, just an absolutely stunning sunrise coming up. Original estimated arrival time in St. Petersburg was 6:30 in the morning. If you look at our timer, or rather our UTC time is 0317 hours, Greenwich Mean Time. That is 6:17 in the morning here above St. Petersburg. We're descending to 10,000 feet, cleared down to 10,000 feet by ATC. We're 40 miles out, and we're at 12,100 feet. So that's just absolutely perfect altitude-wise. Runway length is 12,300 feet. Airport elevation is 78 feet. But I don't have a lot more for you. We're basically on final. If you look at this, I mean, it's not quite, but headed to Lima, India 754, then to Obari, Oscar Bravo Alpha, Romeo, India. Slight right turn to Bipri, BIPRI, then a left turn at Foxtrot, India 28 left, 28 Lima rather, and we'll head straight in. Kind of cool to hear ATC refer to the airport by its official name, Pulkovo. We're 10,600 feet. I don't know what the speed limits are here in Russia, but I'm going to still descend, or rather slow to 250 before we bust 10,000 feet. Showing 35 miles out. Again, at 30 miles out, you'd expect to be at 9,000 feet. We're leveling off at 10,000. There's our further descent instructions. Excellent. Down to 5,000, Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey. These air traffic controllers don't sound very Russian. But what are you going to do? I actually thought that we would land in daylight, or at least with the light coming up. Slow to 230.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Ignore him for a second. 32 miles out, 9,100 feet. We can shallow out that descent rate to 1,200 feet per minute. Yes, ma'am.
Descend and maintain 2,500 feet. Expect ILS Zulu runway 28 left approach via Obari transition.
Nice.
Clear to Obari.
Nice. That's exactly what we just talked about. Cleared to Obari.
Descend and maintain 2,000
For the ILS, 28 left.
ILS Zulu runway 28 left approach via Obari transition cleared.
All right.
Obari Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey.
Shallow out even more as we're slowing down now. Descend at 700 feet per minute, and we'll continue slowing down to 220. And again, you can see the sun is coming up. Take a look. There it is. Just absolutely stunning. Weather in St. Petersburg in real life at this time is 30 degrees and foggy. Sunrise is at 7:09 a.m. So with a 6:30 arrival time, it's probably a little too early to expect much in the way of first light. We'll have a little, but probably not enough to make much of a difference. Slow to 210. Let's go ahead and activate nav 2, or nav 1 rather, on bearing 2 and see if we have any ILS data. We do. IPO. Now the question is IPO the actual ILS? This is the problem we had yesterday in Yakutsk. We tuned into a frequency that we found online, but it was the VOR frequency, not an ILS frequency. So that proved to be a... Well, it actually ended up not being a problem because we had good visibility and good weather. That is not the case today. So we're going to have to watch this very closely. Slowing to 200 knots. We're at 7,200 feet at 23 miles out. Set our descent rate at 900 feet per minute. Let's go ahead and depressurize. Let's get our landing lights on. Okay, this is where it gets interesting, friends. 6,900 feet. Oh, we do have ILS data. Check it out. Fantastic. Look at here. Look at this. This is great. Oh, I'm so relieved. Slow to 190.
Landing gear. Landing.
Don't mind him.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
We just need this white diamond to start creeping up, which we're going to make it happen. Don't worry. Let's set this at 170. We'll engage the speed brake. Watch this speed right here as it drops, and this white diamond as it comes up, which we need it to be doing more than it is. Okay, airspeed looks good. Whoa, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, let's bring the speed brakes in. Let's re-engage the auto throttle. Let's do a notch of flaps. Okay, good. That's better. $170
Landing gear.
and
Landing gear.
Jesus Christ.
Landing gear.
Shut the fuck up, dude. Okay. Still not descending enough. That's okay. That's easily corrected. There we go. Oof, man, I got my hands full on this one. Okay, we're looking good though. And as you can see this white diamond coming up? That's very reassuring news. So we're just about to engage and the dawn's just coming up too, you can see. Let's re-engage this. I don't know why it guns it like the way it does. We're good, we're good. Okay. Just about... Oh, I love how the sunrise is coming up. Okay, time to switch over to nav mode. And then to switch over to... Wait a minute. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at this. CDI is a little anomalous. Shallow out the descent rate a little bit. Let's go outside. 13 miles out. There's the city. Well, let's... this is very intriguing. I mean, we're good in terms of our altitude. I'm just a little curious as to... Oh, I see. It's because we have a left turn coming. Okay, so we are good. We are good on... Okay, so you see this green diamond? This is going to start to slide over here.
Whiskey, you are 12 miles southeast of Pulkovo. Contact Pulkovo Tower on 118.1 when inbound on the approach.
So tower handoff. We are 11 miles out.
Tower on 118.1 Cessna Tree Bravo.
Here comes the left turn. Once we complete this left turn...
Cessna November Tree 4 Tree Bravo Whiskey 11 miles southeast.
Okay, time to switch over to APPR. There's the airport. Right there. 28 left. APPR.
November Tree 4 Tree Bravo Whiskey Pulkovo Tower. Cleared ILS. Zulu runway 28 left approach. Altimeter 29.97 wind 280 this flight.
280. Okay, the winds are out of the west. That's good. It doesn't appear too foggy here in the sim, so that works for me.
Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey.
We need to grab that glide slope, though. Let's go outside, put our gear down. Oh my god, the sunrise is incredible. Gear. And another notch of flaps. Isn't that something? Look at that. There's the runway. I think we just grabbed the glide slope. Yep, we did. Based on how the airplane reacted, I could see that. You see this GS? And we are dead center. Rate altimeter showing 2,300 feet AGL. That's fantastic. Let's continue slowing. This is going very well. I hate to say anything. I shouldn't say that. This is very good so far. Full flaps. It's at 140. We're just perfect. Looks fantastic. Really looks good. Dawn coming up. Fantastic. Oh my god. I don't have many dawn landings, so this is kind of fun. Airspeed's good, 138.
Clear to land runway 28 left. With 280 in sight.
Clear to land, 28 left. Cessna 30 Whiskey. Let's zoom in on the MFD.
28 left Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey.
We're going to exit right once we land. Gears down, reconfirm, full flaps. There's the runway. Got 2 whites, 2 reds on the poppies. Very good news. I mean, this really is just couldn't be going better. Winds are coming at us at 18 knots right now. No, I stand corrected. 10 knots. Those are expected to diminish according to ATC down to 5. But regardless, we're headed right into the wind, which is exactly what we want. Let's go ahead and disconnect the auto throttle.
3 mile final runway 28 left.
Pop up on our seat just a bit. Airspeed's a little light. Bring it back up. There we go. Going to exit right. Again, there's the runway. Going to exit to the right. Looks like we got a high-speed exit at the end there. Outer marker indicator. 500 call out on flight. Should get that from the cockpit here momentarily. Airspeed's 145. Autopilot?
Autopilot.
I have the airplane. Still got 2 and 2. Middle marker indicator. 3 and 1. 2 and 2. Okay, here we go. Okay. Not too shabby. Once more, I'm not unhappy with that in the slightest. Okay, so we're watching the MFD, the middle screen there, off down here, right here, to see where to exit. Just so we kind of get an idea. I'm not going to take that one. That's obviously, I suspect, for vehicle traffic. Yes, okay, so I have an airport diagram that just popped up on ForeFlight, and as I think I said when we were on short final, there was a high-speed exit near the end of the runway, about 2/3 down the end of the runway. And that is, in fact, the case. So anyway, welcome to St. Petersburg, Russia, 6:31 a.m. So pretty damn good when it comes to our estimated arrival time. Okay, so here's that exit I mentioned. You can actually see it on the MFD screen there in the middle. This is where we're exiting. Now we're off the runway. We're good. Okay. So we will contact ground here before we...
120.9 for Cessna.
We'll stop at the bars here. You can actually see the bars on the PFD screen there on the bottom left and right. Okay, so anyway, beautiful morning. Let's contact ground. I think she's at 20.9. And we'll say taxi to parking, number 4, and then we'll go outside. Wow. Look at that.
Cessna November 343 Bravo Whiskey taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway Alpha 4 Alpha.
Alpha 4 Alpha. Let's bring in the spoilers here real quick before we do anything else. Spoilers and flaps. Nice. All right, back inside. Timer. Longest flight yet. 6 hours, 22 minutes since we started our takeoff roll. That is bitchin'. And, you know, despite the shortage of reliable information that I would have preferred and that I would have had available to me in the ForeFlight app, we got what we really needed, which was the ILS frequency, and it worked perfectly. So we're going to taxi our way, and again, you can follow, if you care to, over there on the MFD, the middle screen, the multifunction display there. That's where we are. And you can also see where we are on the PFD. And then what I do is I use the white little airplane icon there. You can practically steer by this if you look. Don't let yourself go too fast, of course. I'm doing 30 knots. That's a little too fast. But you see that white line, that white airplane? I keep that on the yellow line, and that means our nose gear is on the yellow line. So that enables you, using this visualized simulator, to navigate the airport grounds. Also see yourself here. Even in poor weather. So it's extremely helpful. We're going to ramp 30. Keep that in mind. Ramp 30. Just 0.3 of a mile away. And here we are in St. Petersburg. Beautiful. Super excited to be here. And it occurred to me that I basically am in the midst of an around-the-world trip. I mean, we're doing an around-the-world trip, if you think about it. I mean, we flew to Nome, from Reno, Nevada to Nome, and then from Nome to Yakutsk. Yakutsk to St. Petersburg. I think we'll go to Munich tomorrow. And, I mean, this is pretty awesome. So, real time here in Southern California is 8:36 in the morning, but here in St. Petersburg it's 6:36 in the morning, and they're about to start their Wednesday, March 17th, 2021. As I am wrapping up my Tuesday, March 16th, 2021. But pretty damn cool. Again, I thought the sun would be coming up a little more than it is, but you know what? With a sunrise of 7:09, it's 6:37 in the morning. This makes sense. It looks good. So we're gonna flip a U-ey here real quick. Park in our spot. Just doing 10 knots right now on the ground, and that's reasonable enough. Make our U-turn, again following the yellow lines that are depicted nicely here. You'll note you have a little less rudder authority when you're going slow, but that's where the toe brakes come in. I don't know if we're going to have flashlight help today or not. What do you think? I don't know. I'm not seeing anybody. Doesn't mean there isn't anybody, but I guess not. No. Oh, there he is. There he is. Give me the X. Outstanding. Well, friends, let's wrap things up here. Let's go ahead and set the parking brake, kill the right engine. There it goes. Turn off our anti-icing equipment. And I guess it was bad form of me not to turn off that taxi light. Yeah, that's probably... Imagine that. Look at that. Can you imagine staring down the barrel of that thing? That's pretty cool, though, the graphically. Look at it. Look at this. That is pretty cool. Look at that light. Look at the sunrise coming up. God, you can tell it's going to be a beautiful morning in St. Petersburg. Chilly. Not as chilly as Yakutsk. 30 degrees. Practically balmy. Kill off these remaining lights. And I think that we are good to say goodnight. Let's kill that left engine. Oh my, what a fun flight this was. Oh, just absolutely so cool. 6 hours flying across Asia. There we go. Okay, UEEE, Uniform Echo Echo Echo, Yakutsk, which is, I have to look at my notes, Mezdunyarodny Airport, to Pulkovo, ULLI, Uniform Lima Lima, India. 6 hours, 18 minutes, 51 seconds. 3 hours and 25 minutes of which was night, and 2 hours and 53 minutes of which was day. Interestingly, they characterized our takeoff as a day takeoff. I don't know. We took off. It seemed like it was before dawn to me. But they characterized our landing as a night landing, which I guess technically because it was before sunrise is true. Anyway, we're continuing to just absolutely love the sim. It's stable. This was a stable flight, you know. I got a little bit by that CTD a couple of days ago, but today was beautiful and a great flight. So welcome to St. Petersburg as we continue our way west. Rather unusual to do an around-the-world trip from east to west. Normally you want to take advantage of the jet stream, but rather unusual is probably one of many terms that accurately describe me. So welcome again to St. Petersburg, Russia, and we'll head off to Germany probably tomorrow. Thanks again.